Right, so I'm going to go meeting, start share. It's not. Aha. Right, I think we're back in business. It's not moving again. I can't seem to move the slides along. Oh God, this has been my horror. I don't know why it's not working. And what did I do there? Right, it's working. Okay, we're going to start from here. Hooray! I'm so sorry, the technical issues. Welcome to those who have all jumped on. I'm not going to bore you with my story because I think, the ones that have been on it have just heard it. But I'm just going to cut straight into my presentation, which ultimately, I think a lot of people that are on the call tonight have been on the program for a little while. But if there are some newbies, I'm hoping that some of these little bullet points will resonate with you. You know, the nugget that got me involved was the fact that I wasn't sleeping particularly well. And, you know, it really, really did sort out my sleep, and then all the other nuggets just kind of fell into place as time went by. But I'm sure for those of you who are athletes on here, you know, hitting PBs in the gym, wanting to maybe turn lean fat into muscle, those that are looking to lose weight, gain weight, we have a solution for everybody here. So I'm going to talk you through a few of my team's transformations, and it's really lovely now that I've been doing this a while that we have, I have friends that I can actually talk firsthand. In the early days, we were talking about other people's transformations from America and from Australia. But I'm so proud of these guys. Michael in the top left, my friend in Scotland, lost 3 stone in almost as many months. Neil in the middle here lost 4 stone. Craig, I know who's on the call tonight, he probably won't thank me for putting that up there, but I'm hoping that he potentially, well, I know he's going to be my first 100-pound club. He's lost 3 stone in as many months as well, and is a third of the way through his journey. I've put Sam and Toby up there. Both of them got through to our ISA Body Challenge honourable mentions, and Toby got through to the finals. And Lawrence is an example of a young chap who actually needed to put on weight, and he gained 6 kilograms of lean muscle. So also, just for the ladies, I've just got a few of our transformations here as well. Rihanna in the bottom left-hand corner is a great example of somebody that actually never changed her weight. She maintained her weight, but totally reshaped. And that's something that I found happened to me as well after I'd done the 30-day program. When I continued with the 1 shake a day on the maintenance, I then found that the reshape then really started. We've got a lot of weight loss stories, and I've also attached this slide here that came from Nicola Staunder, which I found really interesting, which is because we have the amino acid support in our shakes, it supports the elastin in our skin, so you don't get that horrible saggy skin that you often get or you hear about on other programs. Pieter, I always like to mention, who's a great example of an energy and performance high results there. I mean, she is just absolutely ripped. And then the Doran family, who aren't UK based, but I've included them because I was so inspired by their story. They lost over 300 pounds between them. So Isagenix, this is the program that makes it all possible. And what I'm going to do now is just talk through the products one by one. We encourage that the program is used as a system. As you progress, because this is a lifestyle, it's not a diet, it's not a quick fix. As you progress, you can tailor it, but we are always recommended to get everybody started on the 30-day system, irrespective of whether they are looking to lose weight, gain weight, or just maintain their weight. And then how you use the system obviously is tailored to the results that you want to achieve. So our staple product is our Isoline shake. If you are looking to lose weight, we recommend that you have 2 of these a day as meal replacements. And then if weight gain or maintenance is a goal, then you have the shakes to supplement your meals. But these really are like magic. They work like magic. We have 24 grams of high quality and denatured whey protein. And in fact, I've got a little summary of a few of the other nuggets as to why our protein shakes are so much better than so many others out there. Primarily because they're a complete meal, unlike others that are really protein loaded. We are offering, 6 grams of good fats. We have 8 grams of fiber. 24 grams of protein I've mentioned. And for those that do, the athletes amongst us that do need to protein load, they will just top up the protein ratio with our isoprotein powder. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. The macronutrients, 23 vitamins and minerals. And in fact, what's really interesting is that equates to about 3 to 4 organic meals to get the same level of nutritional intake. And this just is a great slide that shows how much food you would need to go out and buy, to source, to cook. And we can just whiz up a shake in 30 seconds. And we give that same calorie intake, which could amount to about 1,000, 1,200 calories. One of our shakes amounts to 240 calories. So maximum nutrition in minimal calories. And we also have a plant-based option. So if you are vegan or lactose intolerant, we have the vegan option, plant-based, that comes the protein comes from brown rice and pea protein. The other point I just want to touch on as another USP or unique selling point as to why our shakes are so good is that our protein comes from grass-fed cows in New Zealand. Our cows are basically, the grass that they're eating is not contaminated with herbicides, pesticides. The cows are not injected with steroids and antibiotic injections. So even people that are slightly lactose intolerant are actually fine on the program because the whey protein is of such a good quality. So moving on now to our Nourish for Life. So one day of our program, we have an intermittent fast. And I don't know if much of you know too much about intermittent fasting. It's quite a buzzword at the moment. But this is a Nourish fast whereby you have 4 helpings of Nourish for Life every day. It's an aloe vera based drink and has lots of different herbs and botanicals that support our metabolism. And it is super, super effective for many, many things that go way beyond weight loss. I'm not going to read through this in any great detail, but just at a glance, these are a couple of slides that just show the benefits of fasting. It's fantastic for liver support, for supporting your immune system, fighting obesity. Obviously, it's great for fat burning, but it's massively energizing as well. And I love my cleanse days. You wake up the next morning, your stomach feels so much flatter, and you really jump out of bed ready to conquer the world. Now, the Isagenix Supreme is what we call the golden syrup of magic. And in fact, we heard an interesting soundbite about the formula of Isagenix Supreme when we were up at our big inaugural conference or celebration up in Birmingham last weekend. Our owner, Jim Coover, was telling us that in the 70s, when he was involved in other products at that time, he actually went to Russia because he was so intrigued as to why their athletes at that time were far superior to many others around the world. And also their space program was far ahead of anybody else. And he went and talked to some of the nutritionists and scientists over there who looked after the athletes particularly, and found out that they were actually using a botanical mix of adaptogens, which are plant-based herbs. And he came back with that formula, and that ultimately is what is in our Isagenix Supreme. And this is a tonic that we take every morning, whether you're on a cleanse day or a shake day. And that product is also found in our e-shots, which are little organic caffeine shots that, again, we can take to support our program if you're feeling a little bit tired or lackluster. And it's very good for energy. A lot of the athletes love the e-shots to take 20 minutes before they're about to to endure a program or some hard exercise. And the organic caffeine comes from green tea and yerba mate. So again, really, really healthy for you. There are 2 pills, tablets that come within the program. One is the Thermo GX. And this has got a mix of niacin, apple cider vinegar, amongst other things, and that helps support your metabolism. And you take 2 of those when you get going. The Isamove I have taken religiously since I started the program 20 months ago, and that's a magnesium blend. And we use that just before we go to bed. It helps you sleep, it helps keep you regular, and again, it supports your metabolism. We're well aware that a lot of people who need to lose weight as their target are often terrible snackers. So Isagenix have actually got some snacks within the program that will help you get through the day. I'm not going to go through these in too much detail, but suffice to say we have savory snacks and sweet snacks. And if anybody wants to dig deeper and wants any further information on these, I have got complete product sheets with ingredients for all of them. Ant Hydrate is one of my fave products. I sip away at it when I'm working out at the gym. It's an electrolyte drink, which is a really delicious flavor. It's an orange flavor that we get over here. And it will help to rehydrate you after a workout. In hot countries, it's fantastic to take on holiday. I had it on holiday with me, and my little secret formula as well for when you've had a few drinks. That same principle: when you're hungover, you're dehydrated. So it's a magic fix for that as well. So ultimately, we have got a full program that will support your healthy lifestyle on an ongoing basis. This is a holistic program where you can still eat real food, and I'm just going to talk you through what a shake day looks like. So having spoken about the products, just to recap, on a shake day you will take 2 shakes. And again, if it's weight loss you're after, you'll happen to replace 2 of your meals. I did it for my breakfast and my lunch. And then in the evening, you can eat with your family a normal meal. We recommend for women around 600 calories for the meal, and men 8 to 1,000, depending on their size and what they're doing, exerting exercise-wise. And then before bed, you take your pills. So you start your morning with the Ionics, the 2 shakes, and then the meal. And then on a cleanse day, which we recommend 1 day of the week in the first 30 days, you have the Ionics in the morning and then 4 glasses of the Nourish for Life. And actually, I just fill up my Isagenix speaker 4 times a day and sip away at it. And again, there are snacks there to support you. So the program is incredibly simple. It really, really is. And I urge you, if you're on the fence, just give it a try. We have a full 30-day money-back guarantee. So you've got nothing to lose. And having been doing this a while now and having, about 600 people on my team, I can assure you, it works. I now just want to tell you a little bit about the company. I have to say I did a bit of due diligence before I came on board. I had no experience in network marketing and didn't really know what it was all about. But they have a very punchy mission statement, and that is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the largest health and wellness company in the world. Now, although that's quite a ballsy mission statement, they are well on their way to doing it. They are now available and distributing the products in 17, actually now 18 markets since we launched in South Korea towards the end of last year. They've been in business for now 17 years. This slide is a little bit old, and we actually celebrated their 17th birthday when we were up at Celebration in Birmingham a couple of weekends ago. The stats on customers worldwide, I believe, is now close to 700,000, and they are the winner of 48 American Business Awards, and that is not just network marketing business awards. They have billed probably over 6.5, probably close to 7 billion now in cumulative sales since the company launched in 2002, and they give a huge amount back. And I'm always interested to hear the top leaders that have made so much money. They all are very resolute to put a lot back, and Make-A-Wish Foundation have had about 8 million plus from Isagenix since 2002. Why get involved in something like network marketing? These are some interesting industry stats that I pulled out. Obviously, we are well aware in this day and age of processed foods. The global weight management market is massive. There's a huge amount of people from our generation who are suffering from type 2 diabetes, keeling over from coronary heart diseases. And obesity is you know, an epidemic. It really, really is. So we're very much touching on that market. Conversely, on the other side of the spectrum, the fitness industry is massive, over 75 billion from gyms alone globally. And a stat from one of the information leaflets I picked up at Celebration in Birmingham is that 21 billion of that fitness industry is in the UK alone. And that doesn't even touch on equipment. That is literally the gyms and fitness sector in its entirety. The other slide that I think perhaps should be, or another banner on here, is the fact that so many people are turning to online businesses. I do Airbnb in my home, Uber. There are so many businesses that are now being automated, lots of people very sadly being made redundant as a result. And as a result, more and more people are looking for a side hustle and looking for a home-based business. So we tick every single one of those boxes. I think, well, 39% actually, people now do have a side hustle. And if you're looking to earn a bit of extra money on the side, then Isagenix is a very good option to look at. The other great selling point, of course, is the products really work. I've talked briefly through a few of my own team's results, but Isagenix spend a huge amount of money on independent research. And in fact, this is one of their most, I think, sort of famous reports, their heart healthy comparison, whereby we were found when validated by the University of Illinois in Chicago, compared to this heart healthy diet, we're found to have 56% more weight loss with Isagenix than their plans, 47% more fat loss, and twice as much visceral fat. And I do keep hearing this. Isagenix is incredibly effective. So even if you look healthy from the outside, it's still very likely that you have that horrible visceral fat that sits around your vital organs, your heart, your kidneys, your livers. And our products are very, very effective at getting rid of that. They also have about 50 full-time scientists at their main HQ in Phoenix, Arizona. So constantly they are ahead of the curve, ensuring that our products are absolutely up to speed. I also like to touch on the integrity of Isagenix, which is one thing that I was really warmed to. This is our founder, Kathy Coover, and they do spend a lot of time ensuring that we have the right tools and that we are all compliant. You know, we have to be very careful with the language that we use. We must never overpromise. And, you know, Isagenix cannot claim, I always say this out loud, to prevent, treat, diagnose or cure any illness. We know it helps a huge amount with all sorts of autoimmune diseases and all sorts of other issues. But obviously everybody is different, and we will always recommend that people take advice from their doctor if they are on any medication before engaging in this program. The endorsements are endless. I also just want to touch on John Anderson, who is our other founder. And I've listened to a few of his podcasts and always really interested to hear of the breadth of companies. I think he has his name to over 600 supplements and companies that he's worked for over the I don't know, 4 or 5 decades of his career. 600 companies and I think tens of thousands of products from all accounts. The other interesting stat is that even though we've only been going 17 years, we are up there in the top 20 of network marketing companies worldwide. And most of these other big companies like the Amways and Avons that we've all heard of have been going for 40 plus years. So this will really reassure you that we have a product that and a company that is going nowhere. So finally, I just want to touch on the business opportunity and how We know that it transforms lives. We know that the company has integrity. But how can this actually, as well as helping your own health, help, you know, really turn your fortunes? We can't promise anything overnight. And, you know, I've been doing this for 18 months, loving it. But, you know, you get out of it what you put into it. But a lot of us, I'm sure, could look at earning a little bit of extra money. You know, who would like to spend more time with their family, more time at home, more time to go on holidays, and an extra £500 a week, a month, even a year. To some people, it makes a big difference. And not only do Isagenix have a system whereby we can sort out our health, they give us the tools to very easily share the products with other people. So I'm not going to go through this in too much detail, but the foundation of our comp plan is the you share, they share system. And it's very simple to draw out. And they even provide us with a script, so we can very quickly show people the money and how they can get their products paid for. And just in this example, by sharing with 2 people who then bring in 2 people of their own, if you do that within 60 days of joining, you can earn £570. And that is just the beginning. There are so many other ways of earning money, from rank advancements, from cycles, from bonuses, incentive trips that they lay on, director pools. There are a lot of the whole comp plan is another presentation in itself. And not only that, it can be a global business. You know, I've already signed up people in Australia, Canada, Australia, Spain, and in the Netherlands. So these are the 18 markets where you can then grow your business. So there is absolutely no limit to earning potential within this business. I'm going to touch briefly on the Isabody Challenge. This is another way actually that you can earn money, because even by entering it, they give you £150. You can enter it 3 times in the year, and you can put that money towards your products. But for those that really need to be kept accountable, this is a really great thing to enter. You have to submit your pictures before and after, but they go nowhere. Unless, of course, you have a fantastic transformation that catches their eye, and then you could be up for winning £5,000, as Catherine Hollett just did a couple of weekends ago up in Birmingham, and she's now forward for the global Isabody Challenge, where she could stand to earn $50,000. So it's just another tool that helps keep us on board. So which solution is right for you? Whether you're looking for weight loss, weight gain, weight maintenance, if you're an athlete and you're looking to improve your performance, or looking to turn more of your lean fat into muscle, or maybe your main motivation is to earn more money. You know, we have got solutions for everybody. And not only that, we've got different packs for different goals and budgets. And you know, if you can just get back to the person that got you on this call now and talk through your goals. What's so wonderful as well is that we offer, all the leaders offer free coaching. So we will spend a good amount of time trying to establish what you want to achieve, and then tailor a program to make sure that you reach your goals. And I love this little quote. I've just added this in at the end here. I have to say, I think I found my vocation doing Isagenix, because my friends will tell you, I've always been sort of a networker that always likes to put people in touch with others. You know, if someone needs a hairdresser, or someone needs a designer, or if somebody wants somebody to, I don't know, clean their windows, I'm always putting people in touch with people with different skill sets. So for me, just being able to help people and watch all these fantastic transformations, there are so many now. You know, that's what I get out of it. And, you know, it's just great to help transform lives. So I do hope that there's been something in there that has resonated with you. I am not going to attempt to get my picture back and see everybody, because I'm on a full screen now, and when I fiddled with it, it went all haywire before. So suffice to say, my details are at the bottom there. If you would like to ask any questions, I'm very happy for you to email me, message me, set up a call, or get back to the person that invited you on here. And hopefully, you know, we'll see you at the next Isagenix event, which actually I should just plug is on June the 22nd in London. So if you're still on the fence, I urge you, absolutely implore you to get along to these events. That was a game changer for me, and I know it will be for you on very many levels. Thank you so much for listening in, and over and out from Fulham. I'm going to have words with my computer now. Bye for now. Oh, I have got my screen back. Oh, okay. Well, if there's people there, I am not going anywhere. Stop.